Hundreds of years ago, at the edge of a desert in Sindh, the Talpurs constructed a pompous fort atop a hill. This emblematic fort, dominating the town of Kot Diji in Khairpur district and known as Kot Diji Fort, was built between 1785 to 1795. This fort was built on a strategic location since it provided an edge over enemies marching from the east. A fatigued army could be encountered before trooping towards irrigated lands in search of water. The fort was apportioned into 3 parts among the Talpurs. One of the parts came under the rule of the Mirs in Hyderabad. The second portion went to the Talpurs of Mir Sohrab, while the Talpurs of Khairpur Mir held the third portion under control. It is recorded in history that the first Talpur ruler of Khairpur Mir Sohrab Khan, founder of the Kingdom of Upper Sindh, founded a number of forts in order to safeguard the frontiers of his rule. He is accredited for constructing forts such as Imam Garh in the Thar region, Shah Garh towards Jodhpur, Jaisalmer and Ahmad Abad at Diji. The fort has only one main entrance on the east, saving it against any raiding enemy. The gate known as Shahi Darwaza or the Royal Gate in itself is a work of engineering genius. Built on the plan of a curved entrance, the fort has a small courtyard, which is accessible only from outside. The space is further guarded by 2 heavy bastions keeping space to trap any preceding army aiming to destroy the fort by attacking from the musketry holes and battlements on the top. The access through the bastions is from the east, while the wooden gate with heavy iron spikes totaling 234 stands towards the western corner of the northern wall. These spikes ensured that no heavy contingent, or elephants, could be employed to break open the wooden gates. And through its history the fort has never been attacked. Kot Diji is constructed on a limestone hill with kiln-baked bricks. Apparently the bricks were used since they were locally accessible and limestone rocks were believed to be very brittle and would have shattered easily upon impact with a cannonball. The hill is about 110 feet high, above which the walls of the fort rise another 30 feet. It has 3 strategically placed towers about 50 feet tall. The fort was built at a time when cannons had become common, and its design and position reveal that. It includes several stations for cannons, and because it is positioned high on a narrow ridge, enemy cannons would have had to fire at a massive distance and with little accuracy. Cannonballs could either hit the hill or would end up flying over the fort and fall on the enemy's own forces on the other side. In addition to the main entrance through Shahi Gate, the fort has as many as 3 secret small passages, which were used in case of emergency. After crossing the Shahi Gate we entered a small semicircular open space with high walls on 3 sides. These provide a climbing access to the main fort. After crossing the second gate a tunnel-like access leads to the top through a third gate. The main portion of the fort is beyond this point. This military fort is designed to be fully equipped to offer defense and to withstand an invasion. In addition to this it houses heavy bastions, towers, an ammunition depot, water reservoir, the Mir's harem, a prison, a place of holding court and cells to accommodate guards and sepoys. These berths were also used to mount the cannons at their tops. These cannons were of different sizes, but since there was sufficient space on each bastion, these could be aimed in different directions. King. On the top level plain the area of the fort is provided with sort of galleries cells inside the fortification wall. These Ghulam Gardishan might have been meant for those who attended the royalty. There is also a pond, which had been used for storing sweet water. This pool is about 3.75 meters deep and measures around 11 meters in length and a little less than 7 meters in width. Almost facing the third gate are some roofless rooms beside the Ghulam Gardish. These were used as ammunition depot or what is locally known as Barad Khano. Mir Sohrab Khan made this fort his abode a few years before his death, but soon handed over the power to his sons. In January 1843, British troops also stayed here at a time when Charles Napier was on his military adventure to invade and conquer Imam Garh. If any of you ever plan to visit Khairpur,